Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the essential items that are used in embroidery and how to set up so that you can start stitching. If you'd like to learn this craft, please carry on watching. Let's begin by talking about what you'll need to start embroidery. First, you'll need a hoop. They come in multiple sizes and you can find them online on Amazon or other online craft stores or in your local craft shop. Next, you'll need some fabric. Here I've just got some poly cotton, but in terms of fabric that you can use for embroidery, you can embroider on pretty much any fabric that is woven, so little to no stretch, such as cotton, linen, poly cotton and curtain fabric. Next you'll need a pen and a pencil to mark your fabric. You'll need a pair of scissors to cut your fabric and your threads. You'll need some embroidery threads, and you'll also need some needles. The best needle to use is one that has a large eye so that it can accommodate the multiple threads that will go through it, but I'll explain this more in detail as we go through the video. Next, I'm going to show you how the embroidery hoop works and how to set it up so that you can start your stitching. As you can see, there's a middle ring and an outer ring, and this is what the fabric slots into. So the first thing that you want to do is go to the gauge and loosen it up. And then the middle will pop out just like that. And then to set it up, you get your fabric and you lay it on top of the middle ring, like that. And then you get the outer ring and you pop it on top, and you can see that it's grouped together. And then all you need to do is tighten the gauge back up, like so. And as it gets tighter, you just pull the fabric taut so that it spreads out nice and evenly within the rings. The thicker your fabric, the less you'll have to tighten the gauge because it will already be pretty taut in the hoop. But this is quite a thin material, so it needs to be tightened quite a lot. Just get that last bit. And you'll know when it's tight enough because you can tap it and it will be quite bouncy. And that is how you set up your embroidery hoop. Next, let's talk about embroidery thread. Each skein comes in 6 strands, as you can see here, and it's quite common to use all 6 strands in your work because it gives a chunky and fun, cute design effect. However, for more delicate designs, it's quite typical to separate the strands, which is what I'm going to show you how to do now. So I do recommend when you're separating strands to do it one at a time, because this stops it from knotting up. So you take one strand, like so, and then all you have to do is just pull it out, keep the rest of the strands taut, and it will just come through like so. And then you've got one strand of thread. So I'll show you again. So you just find one strand, like so, and then you pull it through. There we go, and that is how you separate your thread. Another tip with thread is that when you're cutting it, I recommend not cutting more than an elbow length of thread, as when you're working you don't want it to get all knotted in your fabric. The last step to getting started with your embroidery is threading the needle and knotting the end. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So with the needle, as I said earlier, it's good to use one which has a large eye like this. This is because with the 6 strands of thread that you could potentially be using, they can go through the eye easier, and also when you're sewing, the needle can guide the thread through the fabric a lot easier. Also, this needle is particularly short, so when you come to the ends of your thread, it's a lot easier to sew them in and then knot off the end. So, to thread your needle, you just take your thread and you pass it through the needle like so. You can find threaders that make it a lot easier to do this, and that is also recommended if you have got a needle that has a smaller eye. But that's how you thread the needle. And then to knot the end, you just wrap the thread around your fingers and then pull the end through and pull it like so, and then wrap it again and pull, and you have a knot. And with this, you are ready to start your embroidery. Good luck everybody, and thank you for watching. Bye!